Hot topics in the middle of the day. Hot topics with Cat and Nat.
Jazz hand. No, this is Wednesday.
Yeah.
I need some lip shit.
I didn't bring anything down.
Well, great. I had something here and now it's gone.
No, you're doing the Pamela Anderson.
Y'all,
no makeup look.
Literally have no makeup on. Pamela Anderson wore no makeup.
You have to pull to the side, like how I sit on the side. So we were like, what hot topics have you come across in the
Pamela
past
Anderson,
week?
not wearing anything, no makeup. And she was like, I didn't know it'd be a big deal. I'm like, girl, when you are in Hollywood and you do not wear makeup, it's a
I feel like it was the biggest story ever when Alicia Keys decided that she was never going to wear makeup again. Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
But now I think she wears a bit of makeup. She was like, I'm not wearing makeup ever again.
It's really funny because I feel like, okay, help me out here. So BravoCon is this thing where all the housewives go and all the basically Andy Cohen, who is a producer of all the housewives shows. He is the guy with white hair. He's sometimes on CNN. His best friend's Anderson Cooper.
Why would he be on CNN?
They do the New Year's show together, I feel like.
Oh. When you said CNN, I think
and they get drunk and they get in trouble for being drunk on CNN.
Yeah.
Anyways, he owns all of the reality franchise, I feel like,
and he
all
does
of BravoCon.
And he does all those after shows.
He is so rich. I can't even believe it. So it's all these housewives, okay? That
and
he
we
does.
did get a little bit of tea that he is a little bit cranky now and clearly over his job.
Who'd you get that from? I don't remember.
Well, I'm not going to call the person out. But that person had just recently met with Andy.
And said he's not happy. I mean, it's a
not
lot.
Anymore.
And they get in fights and
so much conflict.
Anyways, they all had so much makeup on. Okay. They all really look alike. Like they really all look the same, from the hair to the outfits to the makeup. So I thought to myself, that's a brand, right? Because when you get, I'm like, listen, I'm so much for Botox and filler and whatever else. Honey, calm down. When you get so much filler done and you all look the same and then you get the same makeup.
Yeah.
It really makes them all look like copy.
That's why I always say
so I feel like Pamela Anderson, the reason why makeup artists are so important is because they get their signature look and then they begin to look like that person. And then you're like, I want to look like that person. And then they can go and contour you to be that person. So when she didn't wear makeup, I feel like she really did look like herself. Like she did not look different because
on Baywatch, she didn't wear that much makeup.
I feel like for some people, my hair, I look crazy. For some people, when you see them
without their makeup on,
they
look like a totally different person.
Which is the housewives, I feel like.
Yeah,
Except for Heather Dubrow.
For sure. And that's why I always say when we're doing our photo shoots or anything that I don't want my hair to be the same color as yours. And
because we'll look the same.
Yeah. And then we just did a photo shoot and our skins are a different color, which is good. I like that. Do you know what I mean? Because you don't want to look the same. You want to be your own, Yeah. So, but the crazy thing about really young kids and TikTok now is that my boys are blown away when they actually see the girls in real life. And they're like, that's that person? That doesn't look anything like that person. And the reason that I find that so scary, and I think that Hollywood has a lot of pressure for that too, is that it's almost like these people are going to be afraid to actually show up because...
Oh, well, that's why Pamela Anderson made headlines, because she dropped it and she's aging.
Yeah.
Shocker. You age. Well, guess what? People age, and it feels like it's the biggest deal in the world that she had some wrinkles on her skin. It was literally front page news. Front page news, you could see her face move.
You know who I recently saw a picture of, and I was like, she doesn't age, is Christy Brinkley.
Yeah. She's very open about her fillers and Botox.
Yes. And her hair extensions and everything, but whoa. She looks really good.
But Pamela Anderson looked beautiful too.
Oh, of course. Well,
so I really love that she did that. And I love that it was, I guess it's so dumb that it was front page news, because men age too. And it's not like, oh my God, the man is aging. They only really go after him if he's gained weight, which is also really sad. But overall, I feel like men are untouchable. Al Pacino, he he has a girlfriend.
Isn't he 100?
So here's the thing.
But his girlfriend left him, didn't she?
Yeah, and now he has to. So here's let's talk about this for a minute. Same with Britney Spears.
Oh, what?
Well, when they get a partner,
Yes.
and that one is clearly richer.
Yes.
She now, Al Pacino's girlfriend, who had his baby,
Yes.
now gets like $40,000 a month for life.
Yeah.
If she had not had that baby,
Yes.
would she be getting $40,000 a month? No. I'm not saying she got pregnant to have the baby.
Oh, yes, she did. Because she left him right after.
We don't know that, Natalie, but maybe he was like, did they get together for their sex lives? But anyways.
I mean, think about those balls. Think about those balls. His balls.
Was she putting them in her mouth?
She has to touch the balls.
No, you don't.
She touched the balls.
You don't touch the balls. You go and touch the balls?
No, but I just feel like he was probably...
You touch the balls? You don't touch the balls.
I mean, every time I touch my eyelids, it's like I'm touching balls.
Yeah, but you're not touching his ball. You're not touching Mark's balls on
I've touched his balls.
Regularly?
No.
Exactly.
But just imagine what Al Pacino's balls look like.
But I don't think you don't have to look at them to get pregnant.
To get pregnant.
You don't have to look at them. Like, I feel like, I don't even know how long they were dating for. Should I see how long? I'll see how long they dated for.
Oh, I was going to say, speaking of that, so I just started watching the new season of Selling Sunset with Chrishell and all of them.
Yep.
Wow, they are juicy. And wow with the outfits and wow with the makeup, okay? But one of the housewives is one of Nick Cannon's baby mamas.
Do you mean the Sunset? You did 2 shows here. You did
Sunset.
One of the wives?
One of the women on the show.
Oh, okay, so one of the wives.
Oh, okay. One of
the characters.
Yeah, is Nick Cannon's one of his baby mamas.
Do they talk about that?
Yes. And she's very much like, she is, although he doesn't have to be monogamous to anyone.
Yeah.
She chooses, like, she's like, I wouldn't like.
He's a sister wife.
Yeah.
So he just pops in and does whatever he wants.
Yeah.
So I'll just round up Al Pacino, how long he was with his girlfriend for.
Okay.
They went public in April 2023.
And at that time, she was already had the baby or almost?
He made headlines when he revealed that he was expecting his first child with her. He was 83 years old at the time. And she was born in, I believe, 1990. Nope, that's when he had his other baby. Sorry, nope. So he has a bunch of kids, and they are 54 years apart. So you do the math, because I can't do the math. 54 years apart. If he's 83, 30.
Mm-hmm.
She's 30. So
$40,000 is for child support a month.
I think it's like 40.
Yeah.
She's also been linked to Mick Jagger, who is 51 years her senior, as well as Clint Eastwood.
Wait, can I see her? What is her job?
And Nicholas Berggrugen, who was the billionaire.
Dude, how does she find these guys?
Well, it must be on like
what is
Raya
she
for older people.
Offering them. I mean, sometimes it's hard even to get to see a celebrity, let alone get involved with these older men. Yeah. So anyways, but Nick Cannon. So basically, if you have a kid with him,
yeah,
then you're taken care of.
That's the deal.
Yeah.
We talked about this, and you were going to try to have a baby with him.
Oh my God, remember that? We DM'd him, right?
Yes, you did.
I don't know if I'm hottie enough to. You got to be really hot.
So I'm gonna wrap this up.
Yeah.
She filed for sole custody of the baby in September.
Mm-hmm.
He's allowed to not be involved in. Oh, she agreed to share legal custody, which means he can be involved in medical and educational decisions.
AKA paying for things.
And that's really it.
He's going to be dead by the time the kid is like...
by October, they were done. And she gets paid a big old settlement for not even a year. So I don't mean to be like she was digging there. But
yes, she was.
Anyways, yes, I just thought, and then Britney too. They got married and then he got divorced. So I bet if they got married, something was in there.
How much does he get?
I bet she had, well, so basically... this is a conspiracy theory, okay? He helps break her free of the control. Conservatorship. Then he goes on. So she gets control back of her money. They go on a bunch of trips, and then she gets married. At that time, did someone put in a prenup for her because the conservatorship would have protected her and no one could have got her money? But 4 months after they get married, he's gone. So was he with her? And his whole plan was to actually break up, because he was very vocal in that movie and everyone was like, what a great guy, in the movie that she did not agree with. Should I say, did Britney?
I mean, I feel like it would be public. Like everything that she does is public. How much is he getting a month? But they didn't have a kid. But they wanted to have a kid, right? They were trying to have a kid. Remember that?
Yep. She got pregnant.
And then she had a miscarriage?
Mm-hmm. I mean,
can you imagine her with a baby now?
There was a prenup. He receives no money, although I think he can go back and sue, because I know someone who was in a prenup, and if you get married, it basically
you can always fight it.
You can go back and get money if you've been married.
Yeah.
So he probably got married and then was like, actually, we're done. I'm going to take you to court now and get what I can from you because I was with you for this long. And they probably backdated it as a common law, and poor girl. So anyways, that's two people we now know in Hollywood who possibly, and Nick Cannon, I mean, I don't know how he meets these people. Does he vet them? Does he look at their history and then just say, you're a great one? Or does he meet them in a bar and be like, let's have a baby?
I mean, they all seem pretty, like,
versed.
at least Instagram influencers. Like they all like big.
Sorry.
And they're all so
Instagram
hot.
influencers.
I think so. I mean, I don't know where they came from.
Online.
Oh,
starts a DM conversation. So it's not out for you.
Yeah, it could be me. But wait, why do I want it again?
He takes care of you forever.
Right. Then yes.
You have one baby.
I don't look like those girls. I think he's got a genre, and this ain't it, baby cakes.
I mean, it feels like you must sign a massive court document being like, I will not be that involved. You cannot come after me. I will give you this. There must be like...
All the women seem pretty happy. Like no one's coming out and saying anything bad yet.
They can't. It's in it is in a document.
And she seems really happy about it. Like when she talks, she's just like, I know you don't understand my situation, to some of the other like women on the show, but I understand my situation. And
so she waits for him to come?
Yeah. So she's saying like, she was saying like, I wouldn't, basically I wouldn't cheat on him.
How much is he around?
I think he rotates. It is literally like sister wives, but the girls I don't think they're friends and they support each other.
Does he have a favorite?
Right? Who does he spend the most time with? Or is he just looking for the next one?
I'm going to get her name and I want to see how old she is and how many other kids she has. Bree TSE.
She doesn't have another one.
Oh, just one baby.
Yeah, I think so.
And she said, I do what I want.
One of the other characters on Selling Sunset, guys, she's such a juicy show.
She's 32.
Yeah.
And they have a 16-month-old.
Mm-hmm.
I love Nick. I'm happy with my relationship. However that is. And like, if I date, I date.
Mm-hmm. But unless she, like on the episode, she's like, I'm not really looking to like step out basically on him. But it wasn't like I can't and I never going to. It was just like in that conversation.
So are they all the exact opposite of the house? They're all brunettes? And the housewives are blonde. So it just that they cannot be there. They can't cast blonde people.
Where?
On Selling Sunset.
No, there's blondes.
Oh, there is blondes.
Oh yeah.
Looks very brunette heavy with red lipsticks are coming back in.
There's a very blonde one and three blonde ones.
Okay.
But one of them has been with her boyfriend forever and he's a lot younger than her because she has like her own like 26-year-old and she just finally got pregnant. Can't remember what her name is, but it's very exciting. She's 45.
You know what else? This might be a controversial subject, but if you have facial rejuvenation or facial construction or like change things on your face, and then you have a baby, and then they grow up and they don't look like you, is that confusing to them?
I think by the time they grow up, they realize like my mom's had everything done.
Because Rob Kardashian is probably the only Kardashian. That's what they all look like. Because he didn't get anything done. Because the rest of them are quite unrecognizable in terms of the family lineage. No, I feel like Rob Kardashian would be what they would all look like. Do you agree?
I mean, I think because we knew them when they were old enough, I think that we know what they all were going to look like if they didn't have everything done. I mean,
they're kids when they get to teenagehood, and they look nothing like.
Well, the Kardashian kids are all going to have their own work done, so they're going to look like their parents.
Because I think of Kourtney, who struggled so much who doesn't look like anybody else in the family.
Because OJ's her dad, right?
You know way more about that than I do.
I mean, I think it's just, you think it is or you don't.
Well, they're talking about her infidelity now, Kris Kardashian's constantly, like why she cheated on the dad and what that was about. I mean, poor guy. Poor kids.
They're talking about it again?
Yeah, it just came back up again. Gosh. And I'm sure Kourtney's like, can we just bury this? Like, I don't want to know if I'm not with everybody. But I do actually have some gossip with the Kardashians. Not that anybody cares. But apparently Tristan's moving out.
Yeah.
Didn't even know they lived together, by the way. Yeah. That is so fucked up, in my opinion. That's fucked up that because, hear me out.
He lived in the house, but not in the same room as her, and they're not in a romantic relationship.
I get it. But she was clearly in love with him. Stated, factual. She's having a baby, his baby. He's cheating on her somewhere else with another woman
who gets pregnant at the same time that she's pregnant.
We put that behind us, apparently.
Yes, she does. She is a very forgiving person.
I understand. So then she's like, let's have another baby without having sex. I just want the same sibling.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he's probably fucking
everybody.
And then coming home to their house, living like a family. Yeah. And she's probably not.
Yeah.
Fucking everybody.
And you know, I don't know if you saw this, but one of, why do they all have to have K names? Kourtney's daughter
hates him.
Yeah.
Struggles with him.
Yeah. Because, and like basically she's like, but Khloe's so like, she's like, I totally understand that like the way that I am with Tristan, forgiving him for everything, is not a good role model. And I can understand why that's confusing, why I let him back, because I would never want her to do that with a man. And she's like, but it just is the way it is.
Do you think she's so in love with him, she'd rather have part of him than none of him?
Well, she says that she's not romantically interested in him at all, and she would never even want to like kiss him on the mouth at this point. But I don't know if that's part of her just like convincing herself because Tristan's so not into it. And I don't know why she would love him so much. He's really not a prize.
Did he ever fall in love with her?
So hard to say. I don't think he loves her. But you know what's crazy about her like forgiving him for cheating and stuff is that I feel like in Hollywood, you're the same way how like divorce is like no big deal. I feel like you're desensitized because celebrities have so much different access. Like I totally think that, you know, Beckham cheated. They're like, oh, now it's coming out that he cheated multiple times.
Really?
Yeah, of course he did. And she knew it, and it's fine. He was on the road. He's a professional athlete.
You think he cheated multiple times?
Yes. I think almost every man in Hollywood or professional athlete. Like I would say like literally coming down to it, it'd be a very tiny amount of people that don't. I believe that to be a fact. It's not a fact. It's what I believe.
What about Curry?
Yeah, they had an open marriage.
100? I heard that was a rumor.
Where there's smoke, there's fire, baby. And they've been together so long. So, TJ's reading a book about his growing up right now. He has a picture book. Very cute. But yeah, they had an open marriage.
What? He has a picture book about an open marriage?
No. I said, but he has an open marriage. He wrote a kid's book.
And TJ has a book.
You were reading them, yeah.
Okay, got it. I was like, wait, TJ's reading a book about an open marriage? That's confusing.
Also, just to add a little personal level into this open marriage thing.
You can tell everyone about your open marriage. You are in an open marriage?
I know. I just thought this was the platform where I should probably just let everyone know, you know, because, you know.
Yeah, Mark doesn't know yet.
No, Mark does not know. No, but, you know, don't tell him. Okay.
He doesn't watch this. It'll be totally fine.
No, not interested in the content.
No.
All right. So we're at a party. And I started.
Am I there?
Yes. Did I tell you this? Yeah, I know I did tell you this.
Nope.
You might forget, but when I say it, you're going to say it again. And I'll also tell you that we were at a fabulous party. And because I talked to so many people that night, I forgot this until I saw the person on Sunday.
Okay.
Because, you know, I saw the person on Sunday.
Yeah.
So I'm like, who are you? Yada, yada. It's really successful.
Man or woman?
Man. Good look.
Married, not married.
Well, he has 5 kids. He said he's on his 3rd marriage.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so then he's like, yeah, I'm like, so what marriage are you on now? 3rd. I'm like, do the kids come from different moms? He's, yeah, but we're all cool with each other. Like we're all great. And then he goes, a girl comes up and he goes, oh, this is my niece. I brought her for the weekend. And I'm like, it's my girlfriend's niece. Oh yeah, I have an open marriage. So I have a wife and a girlfriend. And then he goes, and we all live in the same house. I'm like,
sorry, that's not an open marriage. That's called a throuple.
Sorry, I know. I'm like, no, I guess maybe they do have an open marriage, and maybe she can go out with other people too, and he.
But if someone's living there,
but I don't know necessarily that it's just one girlfriend. I mean, I'm not going to say anything, but
you never told me this.
Oh shit! Because I probably came and sat down to dinner, and we were just talking to other people. So then I see him on Sunday and I remember the conversation. And so I go to him and I was like, hey, remember me? And he's like, yeah, remember me? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, how could I forget the juiciest story I've ever heard in my life? I want tons more details. But he has a very flirtatious way about him. Do you know who he was?
Yeah.
Very flirtatious.
That's very unexpected.
I know. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
He wanted you. You say that about everybody, and then everyone's like, he did that to me too. Just so you know.
No, I'm not saying that he wouldn't do it to everybody.
Yeah,
but I'm saying there was an opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah.
For sure.
Okay.
I'm like, and he
was short, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And like perfect hair.
Yeah.
And
from California.
Yep. Born and raised LA. Not a real person. Nothing about the engagement, the conversation felt real.
Wow.
And then he insisted to tell me on Sunday how he lives such a boring life. I don't do anything. I live such a boring life.
Except I have a wife and a girlfriend.
And 5 young children.
So could Courtney get pregnant with someone else? Sorry, not Courtney, Khloe.
Yeah.
And is he moving out because he wants a girlfriend? Or is she moving out because she wants a boyfriend? And is she ever going to find love?
Okay. I think they just need to move on, and that's why he's moving out. And I think that she also brought him in during the time when his mom died, and she was so good to the mom, and she's so good to his sibling.
She needs to put herself forward first.
She's
and there's a rumor her and Scott are
soulmates.
Courtney's ex. Mm-hmm.
I mean, they are really close.
That would be very weird, though, for your aunt to marry your dad. Or to hook up with your dad. But apparently they are
besties. But I think they're besties.
I mean, apparently they have chemistry. That's what I saw. They have major chemistry, and they're just saying. I always, how Lam Lam came back? Lam Lam is her ex-husband who went off the rails, and
overdosed.
This is Khloe's ex-husband, and he got caught in a brothel, overdosed in a brothel when he was married to her, and that was when that one ended. You know what? Someone needs to walk in and be like, girl, you're not choosing your next man. Her family should choose him for her. Yep. It's getting a lot.
Yeah.
You know what? She's making some bad choices.
But I loved her and Lam Lam together. I thought they were so cute together. He fucked up his life. But he was such good friends with Rob too. Like they had such a good thing going.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck it. Because I think it was in his bloodline. His dad was a drug addict too. But I loved them together. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really interesting. The rules in Hollywood are so different. Like Ariana Grande broke up with her husband and then moved right on to an actor that she was with in Broadway. Yeah. And he was married. They busted up that marriage. Can
we also I don't mean to be rude.
Right. What?
The guy who she basically left her husband for?
Yeah.
Seen what he looks like?
I think when you're an artist, it is totally. It doesn't. She could have she's gorgeous. She could have anyone she wants. Yeah. She doesn't want. No. She is all about If you guys don't know, Ariana Grande was basically in love with Mac Miller. He was her soulmate. They weren't together, but a lot of her music and songs and his songs are about their love for each other. He overdosed, I think, on fentanyl. I don't think he meant to. It was an accident. It wasn't on purpose. And she was with Pete Davidson right after during that time and wasn't like his death was during their relationship and she was not over him clearly and it was like just like a whirlwind of a romantic relationship and she's never really been alone since that and a lot of people say like that was her one true love and she just keeps seeming to like literally bounce from I'm kind of excited for Brit to have like a moment alone right now and just be like hopefully she is
Brittany.
Yeah, because I feel like these young girls become famous at a really early age. They expedite how quickly they grow up and then they're ready for a relationship at 23.
Yeah, and like even Ariana Grande having like the love of her life, whatever. What she was like, how old at the time, and how long did she actually know him?
I know, but when you have a feeling and you can't end it, like when you have a feeling and it's something you can romanticize for the rest of your life. Exactly. That nothing can ever touch that. That's really tricky.
Yeah,
we're gonna do one more topic and then we're gonna peace out. But Taylor Swift,
what?
With her crew of friends that everyone's obsessed with.
I know.
Which is so interesting to me because
all
it's like
these Hollywood and then Brittany Mahone.
The only reason I look at Brittany Mahone is I'm like, you are a new mom of like 3. I think they have 2 or 3 kids now. I'm like, it's basically like she was like, okay, wait a minute. I was married to you and I had a baby. This is all on headlines. I am not saying this is fact. I'm just saying it's like, she was like, wait, that looks more, I want to go with that. That's way more fun than doing this because she's like in New York, in LA, like as a mom. I mean, they have so much money. I'm sure. So obviously, the babies are being taken care of, and obviously, you should go out and have fun. It's just so funny to me that it's like
she scored such an outrageously famous and fun life,
and best friend now
because her husband's teammate is dating Taylor Swift.
Like literally,
it's like built-in friends.
Like she's brand new in this and he just shows up and now they're like, she's everywhere with Taylor Swift. I'm like, oh God, what happens if they break up? Do they stay together?
No.
They're not friends anymore.
No.
That's sad.
For who?
I mean, what if they really are friends? No, they're not really.
I mean, they're hitting it off now.
I can't. Taylor, they like hold hands walking down the street.
But Taylor's got enough best friends.
It is just wild for me to.
I also am like, you guys go out
so much. Aren't you tired?
Because I know that they work.
I mean, they're a lot younger than us. They're like 24. That's what you do. You don't need sleep.
She's 32.
No, Taylor's like, but Taylor is like
ageless.
A different story. But the other ones are young and like, I mean, I guess we see them only go out and like in the paper. They could be leaving at 9 o'clock. Like, who knows? We don't really see them at clubs. They go for dinners. I'm like, I don't see them like hacking cigarettes and like drinking. They all seem to be coupled up too.
Yeah, well, they're not. People aren't allowed to get those shots. They go to places where you don't. There's no pictures.
It's wild, but it's never the boys. It's only the girls
because they're in
training.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I wonder if Patrick's like, what the fuck? Because now his wife has flipped the script because he obviously he probably goes home to the kids.
And he goes to bed, eats some protein, and goes to bed
because he can't go out.
No.
And if you go out, you look like you have a bad game. You're Hollywood's getting in your way.
Oh, and by the way, speaking of hacking butts and drinking, I was at the Soho. You probably don't all know what the Soho House is, but the Soho House is a private club, and it's basically for like a lot of like rich people belong to private clubs where they wear suits and they go to places. This is for like artists and creatives. So literally, what do they call? What they used to call those? The people
Suits?
who work in finance, douchebags.
Oh yeah.
There's something called, I don't know what it's called, but those guys are actually not allowed in.
Yeah.
So like my brother-in-law who lives in London
is not allowed in.
He's not allowed to join the Soho House, but don't worry, there's a club for him.
Yeah.
So his wife is at the Soho House. And the reason it's cool to be a member at the Soho House is that they have them all over the world. And when you're a member at one, you can go to like all of them. And although Toronto's is the worst, they have amazing ones in like Berlin and England,
LA,
everywhere. Oh, the LA one is great. So, but when you go in there, guys, and it's a safe place for celebrities to go when they're traveling, is there's no phones, you can't take any pictures, and the lights are dim.
So you can do what you want in there.
Totally anonymous. And I swear the lights were dim when I got there.
They got darker.
And then they dimmed some more.
So you get tired.
No. So you get frisky.
Ooh.
And then I couldn't see the menu with the lights dim, let alone when it got dimmer. I'm like, this isn't a place for old people. But there were older people there and all the conversations so juicy. And everyone sits so close together.
And they're like, I can hear that. I can hear that. I do want to say I do love that Brittany gets a moment. Brittany Mahone gets a moment because
she's had a moment for a while.
I mean, no, this is
even before Taylor.
This is a really big fun. I mean, I'm like, that's really fun.
Oh yeah, she is. She got to go to the Met Gala before she knew Taylor Swift too. Like,
okay,
they're in it.
Okay, I just mean it's really fun that you get to have like, I don't know where her friends are, but she's like, see you later. I got a new pack, and they're really fun. Like, you never saw her with any other girls ever before. Love this for her. Maybe no one filmed it, but I was like, wow.
Yeah, she used to hang out with Mahomes' crazy brother.
Fun. I mean, that's fun for her. Taylor, if you're looking for 2 more friends, we're really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We can't go stay out that late. Although you can, but
okay.
not me.
I'm a new woman.
You are a new woman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll see y'all later.
Ciao.